So I just want to touch on some of the challenges that we've encountered whilst setting up new genomic tests. So firstly, from a laboratory perspective, having to bring new tests on board requires resource. You have to validate all these tests extensively, and we have to get them UCAS accredited, which is difficult, especially in the COVID climate, where a lot of resource on the money side of things has been partitioned into other areas at the moment. So that is a real challenge for the laboratory. From a clinical perspective, it's building those pathways into existing ones or rerouting pathways, which is very difficult. Communication with key clinicians is vital to get this into practice, and reaching out and just making sure from a laboratory perspective that we're reaching out to all the right people across the geography, because it's got to be equitable. We've got to allow as many patients as possible to have access to genomic testing. So it's basically great communication, liaison, networking across the entire region, which enables that to happen. And education events, so there's an understanding from the pathologist point of view, what sample type we need, how fast it needs to come to us, how it needs to be packaged. Just the logistics can be the most limiting factor, and just explaining to people what actually does the genomic lab need in terms of the sample and the logistics, even transport of getting it here in a timely fashion, so that we receive the sample really quickly. And on a fast turnaround time test, it's absolutely essential, it's vital that we get the samples here very quickly. So from a clinical perspective, it's massively engagement and education. And like I say, rerouting some of the pathways that have been set in stone for a long time, that's also a challenge. One of the other challenges is obviously at the moment, because we're on the cusp of different commissioning, it's that change in commissioning can lead to inequity in some ways. And we're just hoping that we should have been live with a lot of these tests now, but because of the COVID pandemic, it's impeded us moving that forward on the commissioning side. And we're working very closely as genomic laboratory hubs with NHS England to ensure that everyone can, it will be centrally commissioned, and that finance will come through the laboratory. So there'll be no provider to provider invoicing across the geographies, and that everybody then will get access, and payment is not preventing that. So there's some of the challenges that we've definitely encountered.